Hello everyone, welcome back to the Her Monday channel, and this is going to be another general favorites edit for the month of September because the year is just going by so fast. We're in October now, which is crazy but exciting because I love fall. It's finally here. It's cool. The leaves are changing, the fashion is changing, the beauty trends are giving. I'm just ready for this time of year. I don't know what it is about now. I don't know what it is about this time of year in particular that makes me really excited, but a lot of it definitely has to do with how just cozy the weather is. So, and it's also, fall for me is like a really nice refresh for my skin. It's like a nice time to refresh my wardrobe, just everything. So today we're going to be jumping into our September favorites. They're all going to be skincare today because I love skincare. So for any of my skincare nerds and skincare fans, this video is for you guys and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Paulas Choice. Now, Paulas Choice, she's number one in my lineup today because she's 3 deep in my collection. So she's been pretty impressive. I'm going to start off talking about the cleanser. So I was looking for a new cleanser as we're going into the cooler months, with it now being fall. My skin changes from being super oily to so incredibly dry. And last year, my skin went through it. My skin on my face, my skin on my body. I don't know if it was just because I was spending so much time in the house, but I felt like a raisin. Like I felt so dried out constantly. And granted, I didn't spend too much time on my skincare just because, I thought the world was ending, so it really wasn't like my focus. But this year I was like, no, I'm not letting that happen again. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that we're ready. So I was looking for a cleanser and I've been wanting to try some more of Paulas Choice products because of course I fell into the hype of her 2% BHA chemical exfoliant that I only use like once a week. So I got her Omega Complex Cleansing Balm. It's for all skin types and it's supposed to melt away makeup, sunscreen, and impurities. It's supposed to rinse cleanly for soft and hydrated skin. Now, it doesn't foam and it doesn't froth. So if you're looking for that in a cleanser, you're not going to have that in this because it is a balm. So it's more so just going to remove the impurities in your makeup, rinse, and that's it. I love the consistency of the product. When I put it on my skin, I put a little bit of water into the nickel size amount that I put on my hand, and then I work it onto my skin. Now, I never feel like I need to double cleanse when I use this product, but if I am having a heavier makeup day, I do. But for the most part, I don't because I'm typically either not wearing makeup or I'm only gonna wear like a tinted moisturizer. So with the Complex Balm, it's really nice because it's almost kind of soothing. It could be like the gel-like consistency of the product, and your skin feels nice and fresh and prepped for your next step. And the next step for me, if it was nighttime, would be my second favorite, which is her Omega Complex Moisturizer with chia and flaxseed, and this is for normal to dry skin. It restores essential nutrients for smooth, healthy, glowing skin. It strengthens skin's ability to retain moisture. Now, this is supposed to go hand in hand with the cleansing balm, and together they do work like such a dream. I love it because when I put it on at night, it works really well with my other products, and in the morning when I wake up, it doesn't feel like my skin still has some of the product lingering on. I don't know if anyone has ever, experienced this when it comes to skincare products, but when you put on some night creams, they tend to kind of feel like you're putting on like an overnight mask. And I don't really like that because it gets all over my pillow, and then in the morning, my face sometimes will feel a little oily, and it's just, I don't really care for that. So with this, it not only hydrates my skin, but it also has been helping a lot with the texture of my skin. Because usually the texture of my skin will change around my period or if I haven't been eating the greatest. The texture of my skin has been suffering a little bit also with the change in season, which is another reason why I like to kind of revamp my skincare collection going into the cooler months. And I found that my skin has been pretty happy and satisfied with this moisturizer, especially when it comes to evening out my skin tone and the texture of my skin. I am dealing with a little bit of hyperpigmentation on my face from some breakouts that I had last month, but they've been healing and kind of recovering really well ever since I started using this moisturizer. Now, the third moisturizer that I do have from her is arguably my favorite. I honestly don't know which one I would say is my number one. But if I did have to pick, it probably would be this, the Skin Restoring Moisturizer with SPF 50. It's a silky cream that hydrates skin and evens skin tone, and it helps prevent UV damage and signs of aging. Now, I have been looking for a moisturizer that has SPF in it that also is good for darker skin. There's a lot of boxes to check, and the last one being a little bit harder because, you know, with a lot of sunscreen products, when you use them, they just leave that white tint on your skin that isn't fun and can be really discouraging when it's like, look, I'm just trying to like protect my skin from the sun. Why is it so hard to get a product that does that for me and doesn't make me look like my face is ashy? So this I do love. It's for normal to dry skin, and it works really well with my other makeup products. Like I said, I use the Fenty Beauty Skin Tinted Moisturizer. I put the Paulas Choice Moisturizer on my face before I do my tinted moisturizer, and they work really well together. My face doesn't itch, it's not oily, it doesn't feel like the ingredients are clashing with one another. I can always tell pretty instantly when two products from two different brands aren't gonna work. But with this, I haven't had any issues and it's been pretty great. My only con, which I know some people will be like, what do you mean con? Like, isn't this in your favorites? You just said it was your favorite out of your favorites. But my only con is, although it doesn't leave that tint on your skin, you do have to work a little bit harder to work it in to where it doesn't leave a tint. But I feel like that would be for anyone that's putting on this moisturizer, because once it's like in my skin, like I don't see the sunscreen at all. But when I had first applied it, I was like, hold up, I'm pretty impatient sometimes. So when I put on moisturizer, I just want to put it on and go. Hence why my skincare and my makeup routine is so simple, and I've got it down to a science on how simple I want it. I'm just like that with applying my products. So with this one, I had to have a little bit more patience to work the product into my skin so the moisturizer or the SPF doesn't show on top of my skin. And so far, like I said, I've been loving it. I'm gonna probably continue to use this throughout the winter. The size of this is kind of small. It's 2 fluid ounces and it retails for $33. So again, it's great for just using in the daytime once. But if you want to apply this often, just keep in mind that $33 is a little bit of an investment for a bottle of moisturizer that's this small to me. It may not be for everyone, but for me, that's kind of a lot. So if I'm having a day where I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, but I'm gonna be out and I know I'm gonna have to reapply my sunscreen, I go for the Tula Skincare Protect and Glow Sunscreen. Now this is my girl, it's my baby. She makes me feel like I'm just unstoppable without makeup on. I don't know what it's in this that makes these little like light reflectors when you squeeze the product out onto the tube, but when you put it on your face feels very fresh. It looks very fresh face, like very post-workout washed face glow, if that makes sense. That's what it's giving for me, and that's all I wanted to give. And I use this throughout the day if I'm like outside. Like for instance, we're in fall, I do a lot more fall or a lot more outdoor activities. Like I'll go hiking, I would like to do more like sightseeing, just anything just that involves outdoors. I like to do that a lot during the fall months. So with that, if it's a day where I'm not going to be wearing makeup, which if I'm doing like those activities in particular, I typically don't wear makeup, I'll use the Tula sunscreen, and I'll again apply it maybe 2 or 3 times out the day, depending on what I'm doing and how long I'm in the sun. But I love this stuff. It's so light. It's a gel consistency. It's called Protect and Glow Daily Sunscreen Gel. And I love anything that's a gel. I feel like my skin responds really well to gel consistencies because it literally like drinks it up like water. And I like that it's a lot easier to work into the skin than like a cream formulation. The next product that I have is more so an ingredient, and it's from the brand that everyone knows about, which is The Ordinary. To be very honest, I used to be so scared of using The Ordinary. One, because it's pretty much ingredients that you can customize to make your own skincare products, or you can customize your current skincare products with ingredients from The Ordinary. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dermatologist, but I do feel like there does take an incredible amount of research and knowledge when it comes to mixing different acids and ingredients into your skincare routine, because you can make essentially something that was supposed to be good go bad. And with skin, especially on my face, that's not fun, and it can do more harm than good. So the one ingredient that I knew a good amount about was hyaluronic acid. And so I purchased their hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. And what I love about hyaluronic acid is the fact that it is, again, another acid that helps with hydration and evening out your skin tone. And those are like 2 things that I really try to focus on, because again, I deal with some hyperpigmentation, and my hyperpigmentation takes a long time to fade for some reason. So any little boost from an ingredient is like my best friend. Now, hyaluronic acid was such a moment last year. I felt like every time I turned around, it was like a skincare product that was like boasting about the hyaluronic acid that was in it. Now, hyaluronic acid, she's being pushed aside a little bit by retinols and retinoids. They're having a moment right now. So I'm still going to stick with my hyaluronic, but what I love about this is that I use it with my Paulas Choice products and I have no issues. So I put this on after I cleanse and before I moisturize. So the moisturizer essentially just locks in the hyaluronic acid and just kind of gives an extra boost to the restorative and regenerative properties of my products. Now, again, just make sure if you do purchase this, my biggest thing is make sure you're not allergic. And if you do have a doctor or a dermatologist and you're looking into buying like specific ingredients, like different types of acids for your skin, I will always consult with them first. But I know I'm not allergic to hyaluronic acid, and my skin responds really well to it. The last skincare product for your face that I have would be the Bioderma Sensibio H2O. It's the micellar water that's for sensitive skin. This is, I think, considered like a bestseller out of all of their, or most of their products. I think if you go on Amazon, it'll say bestseller under the product, and it retails for $14.99. It comes in 8.4 fluid ounces, and this is like a part of my holy grail. Like if I had to do a holy grail collection of skincare products that I cannot live without, this would definitely be one of them, because I use it so often. I use it post-workout. I use it if I'm at the gym and I don't want to wash my face there, but I still want to get the dirt and like, you know, sweat off my skin. I use it for that. I use it as a double cleanse if I'm wearing foundation, blush, and mascara, and I want to really make sure I got everything off before I go to bed. It's just such a good, well-rounded product that also doesn't leave your skin feeling stripped, and it feels actually very moisturizing when you use it on its own, which is why I like doing it after my workouts if I'm at the gym and I don't have time, or I don't really want to carry like all my products with me. I just carry this when I'm done, put it on a little like cotton brown, put it on my face, and then I go. So there's really not too much to say about this. It's such a simple product, but it's so effective, and I feel like everyone that wears makeup or just is interested in double cleansing, or if you have a very active lifestyle and you want to just give your skin like a nice little refresh, this would be a good way to go. And last but certainly not least, body skin. I feel like body skin is always neglected. I feel like people don't want to talk about the skin on their bodies as much as they talk about the skin on their face. I feel like there's such an emphasis on face skincare that we don't really talk about body care, and there's so many people out there that do suffer from acne or just breakouts or flare-ups on their body. So for me, I do break out on the back of my shoulders sometimes, depending on like my that time of the month, but I haven't broken out in a while, and I think a lot of it has to do with the CeraVe Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. I only use this on like my shoulders, my chest, like my legs, and my arms, and that's it. Like all the places that I need to make sure are clean for hygienic purposes, I use body wash. But for this, I use this with like an exfoliating glove, and I exfoliate while I'm also working this into my skin. And it has 3 essential ceramides in it, amino acids, and my favorite ingredient, hyaluronic acid. We love to see it. It's supposed to be hydrating, which is another reason why I like it for body care, because in the wintertime, just like my face, my body gets extremely dry. So we want to make sure that we're moisturized, and we want to make sure that we're not stripping our skin, you know, just the essential oils that we need to keep everything supple and soft to the touch. Especially, you know, if you're going to bed, you want to have like smooth skin. And, you know, if you have a man in your life, you don't want him to be like, "Oh, girl." Just kidding, but I'm not really kidding. So following up, after I cleansed, showered, dried off, the best next step for me is applying the body butter. And not just any body butter, but this is the Butta Drop, the whipped oil body cream from Fenty Beauty. Now, this stuff, I always have to smell it. I always have to smell it when I open it, but I love this body butter. It is literally the best body butter I've ever tried. And it's so funny because my mom was the one that bought it first and put me onto the body butter, because at first I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I really want to spend the money. It's like $40. Like, do I really need like a $40 body cream?" Because I am so heavy-handed, I like dip my hand in and just slather everything over. So I was like, I'm gonna go through that in like a couple of weeks. This stuff, you don't need to put like that much. It's like literally, it makes your skin feel like silk when you put it on, and the fragrance is light enough to where it won't compete with your whatever fragrance you're wearing. And it's so like, you put it on at night, you wake up in the morning, your skin still feels very soft. Like, obviously I can't stop touching myself because it's just so soft. And she has a hand cream coming out. It's like a hand mask that I cannot wait to try. I'm actually gonna see if I can purchase it today. But I love body care. I wish people would talk about it more, but they, you know, at least I don't really see people talk about just body care as much as they talk about your face. Because I think they're both equally important. And I like putting this stuff also on like my neck, because again, like your neck is really important. The skin there tends to show aging a lot quicker. So I've just become so obsessed over making sure that my neck is moisturized. So sorry guys, I just moisturized for you on camera. But yeah, this retails for I think about $40. But like I said before, I'll make sure that I link everything in the description box below. And out of anything, if I had to pick, definitely get the Fenty Skin whipped body butter, and I would also get the, this is so hard, oh my god, it's so hard. I would get the skin restoring moisturizer from Paulas Choice with the SPF 50. If there's anything that you want to get, I would get these 2 items, and you can thank me later. So that's all for my favorites, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with me. I'm gonna be uploading every Monday, so look out for some more videos coming your way, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Bye.